Hello, everyone. Welcome. What is the controls? Right hand item, left hand item, character, left movement, targeting interactables. Okay. Welcome. This is my first time playing Disco Elysium. Bought it a while with the Control Ultimate Edition Dual deal on Steam. Never played it. So yes, very physical, mad personality was stable. Interact with the world through his body, gets him with dumb as a Okay. Let's see if we create our own. Genius. Good. Your senses, how agile you are, weak. Good. How about we do it like how smart you are, sensitive, how motion talented you are actually. How about this? 3, 4, 3. I think we'll just go with this. I get to pick a... Enjoy. Intellectual discourse. Produce fascinating trivia. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. So wait, I can... we can pick something. One of them only. And the streams in making life. Empathy. That one. Not sure what that all means, but you know, let's go. Viewers are at home in the mirror, it is their address, even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. Well, that's
There is nothing, only warm primordial blackness. You're conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever.
White. Simply never.
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Okay.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
Okay, this is... yeah. What was that? Give me some more.
You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing.
Yeah.
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
Elion else. Let's go. I want to get off now, like pain and burning light. I'm wanting things we don't want to give them to me.
Alright, nothing town to fuck all borough.
Zero home. Let's visit the ancient.
Great choice, Elder One. It has always been like this, and it always will.
Don't stop.
The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
You can take it. You're a champion.
What the hell is that stuff? I don't want to. And I'm in it. You can take it, you're a champion, so I don't want to hear anything more about this since it's taking me back to the furnace. I'm not scared, I am a champion.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Okay, help someone cut my head off. It's trying to murder the rest of me. Who am I? What sort of creature does this to their own mouth? Let's go back to the dark. What the hell is this game, man? What creature does this? Sure.
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Jeez, that was brilliant introduction. Into a tape while that song was playing. Still on roll and empty. Ah, sweet liquors. Is that a sock?
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
Always lose, always win. You know what?
You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom comes over you. This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you from moving. For quite a long time. Still ongoing. Now is a good time to start worrying. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. Oh no, it's happening again.
What?
You didn't catch it, and now there's a numbness in your left arm, plus half your chest. It's even worse this time. Maybe you should stop trying to catch the tie Still happening. Definitely worse than the last time. Finally, the stabbing recedes. You could try doing it again to see how painful it gets, but you would probably die. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. Your eyes burn with photosensitivity. It's not good.
What?
This fan has 2 chain pulls, or has it been consigned there?
Okay, can't anymore. Fair enough. Jeez. Take all.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. What do you mean, assess the damage? How would you do that? What are you even trying to do? The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
This is pretty awesome. Can I just use the mouse? This the... Take on.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it. Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
At least
Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you. It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers. Behold. You have no idea who this thing is, do you? Whatever it is, at least it's dead now. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off.
Holy smokes.
What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
I think it's first oxygen. It's something that it's an expression of pain. in the sea.
Please promise yourself you are not going to try it on any of the ladies, whatever happens.
Yeah.
You liar. You can't even tell the truth to yourself. Go ahead. Try something.
Dig deep into your mind like a sort of expression.
It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species. Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened. For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume Lamillion. Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open-air boîte de nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
So I adopted it. Need to add a clicking when I make it. How long was the new? Anything else like who I am? Why did
You have some understanding of the recent history of disco. The rest is darkness.
I? Hello.
Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains. The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume Lamillion's regional mega hit, Don't Worry, Your Pretty Little Head. Some 20-odd years. There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression, looking good on you, or anyone. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic. It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return.
Well, electrochemistry.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Okay. Jeez. Holy smokes, man. Anything still of value here? That. Could you stab, right? Take all. Oh, my. Can I change the camera? Oh, I got both shoes on, okay.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as...
Okay.
Hello, officer.
51.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
No.
Yo, how's it going? No, she's by your question.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Disco Elysium? I have no idea. It's just the beginning. Absolutely beautiful, man. It's just peak writing. I think you're supposed to be a detective or something. And It seems like a D&D type of thing. Not sure.
The young woman shakes her head slowly.
Okay.
No. You're a police officer, sir.
I'm not sure. I think so.
Okay, cool. I won't.
She means it. She wouldn't defy authority, however sweaty and bloated it may look.
First, I have to ask, are you okay, sir? You look like you're about to throw up. Can I bring you something?
She's right. Something wants to come out through your mouth, right in front of her, right here. It makes you put your hand on your stomach and swallow.
Okay.
Sir, you've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Are you kidding? Okay.
Try the expression. Come on, why are you still doing this?
That's a load that gun and still sigh.
Alcohol raises testosterone levels, especially in men. The levels remain elevated after inebriation ends and the pain begins. You seek comfort. It's only natural.
She puts out her cigarette. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
And no, it never stops. Goodbye.
Nice up in the ashtray. It's still smoking. Oh, let's knock on the door. See what's up.
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. The door is mute and indifferent. Your despair is a joke to it. Still no answer. Still nothing. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside.
Man, this is peak. This is the condition of the satirical newspaper Trompe Le Monde. What's up? What does that mean?
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it. The living shit. Your Mesolimbic reward pathway does not mince words. It wants smokes.
How's it going, man?
Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker. Especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously. How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
I have no idea. Nothing. Just this is just so funny, man.
Or you could not do that. No one is making you.
Ooh.
Good. They'll make you stronger and better. You're too old to be cool now. But find cigarettes, smoke them, blam. Instantly a cool renegade man. A mystical red dragon with smoke rising from his nostrils.
And the writing in this game is just absolutely phenomenal.
Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
Okay. Something on the table. Just snowdrift. I can't do that anymore. Never heard of this game? Disco Elysium. On Steam, they usually come. What was it? It came with Control Ultimate Edition as a pack, and I bought it at at one point. Never played it. Rings a bell. Strange. But dude, the writing is phenomenal, man. And I never played it before, so it looks, well, it's funny. So lyrics would be a big old karaoke mic just waiting for someone to sing into it. Connect the radio, the music is seasoned with static. How do I activate that one?
You should totally sing karaoke here. The first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast oceanic soul. Utterly. And it needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people.
What should I sing when it comes to...
You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation. But it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry.
So they'll really get a gauge on my...
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though.
Okay, finished thought.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
You're being sarcastic.
Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
This is... oh my god, I did all those things.
No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here.
Okay. What am I doing then? Have you seen me around?
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
Just keeps plucking at the bird. Look at the stuffed bird.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
What happened to the bird?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the door where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do
He
you mean by-
pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
What's the
I have
difference?
3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Where did Sylvie go?
She just, you know.
He shrugs.
There's something there, and it's not good. That's all you know for now.
Leave. What does the sign say? When he has wiped clean, all the word Monday is written on it. Healing item gained. Water cooler, a large bubble is rising to the surface. Doors pulled to the signs. The kitchen reserved for personal until 1 o'clock. The soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. A sign reads, Mess hall reserved for union members. Door opens 4. This royal pinball machine is unplugged.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
She nods towards the man in the orange bomber jacket. He can wait. What else can we observe in the observable universe? Summer door closed for the winter. And this is a bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mud-caked boots and rolled down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Pick up the pills.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Let's wake him up.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
Okay, let's leave it at that then. Anything else? Tab. Oh, let's talk to our buddy over here.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why? He is your half-brother.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
Sure, let's...
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
It is not yet time.
Okay then.
He processes the information, then disregards it.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here? If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
What interviews?
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice. Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
Okay, we
Have you removed the dead body from the tree? Sure. But did you take it down from the tree?
Man, you know.
Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree? So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
But I can't remember anything.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse.
Okay.
If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
What if I told you I'm not really a
We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will. But first, we have to take it down.
I could be so sure I'm from the police.
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back.
He points to your jacket.
I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia
Sorry?
from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Inspector.
Internal affairs. And I'm not them. I'm from criminal investigation.
Give an insignia, these white rectangles you mean?
Yes,
But they're just white rectangles.
they are not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Ravachol West.
Ravachol West. Okay.
I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage. But again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
But should I have a badge or something? Check your pockets?
You mean you don't have a badge?
It was not on when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
What were we supposed to do again?
Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down.
Let's go.
After you, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Unimpressive beard.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Glance into his little notebook.
Yes.
He responds tersely.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. What is gold and orange like a forest fire? What smells like liquor?
Are you kidding me?
Well, help me out.
It's you. It's obviously you. You smell like liquor. And you're orange.
Dude.
See? Everyone agrees it's your color scheme. We're on the right track with this name thing.
Oh,
Is this what you
man.
get when you call the police now? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
Takes a step back.
For a moment, the cafeteria manager fidgets under the lieutenant's gaze. Then he gives in.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper and hands it to the lieutenant.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
Turns to you. Oh, me.
Mm-hmm. I have everything. You?
I mean, do you have questions?
Yes, yes. He means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
The cat is clearly... where exactly is the body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get there then?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Man,
Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job. What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him. She went away because none of your business.
the second time you've worded the subject.
Oh my God, what is your obsession with this Sylvie person? Get over it.
Maybe it's he who's obsessed with this Sylvie person. Certainly sounds like it.
That's
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
with a mock aristocratic accent.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
You love this game? This is the first time I'm playing it, man. The writing is phenomenal. Dude, it is absolutely beautiful. But it'll give me some form of street cred. This is the first time I started playing it. But man, the writing is beautiful, man.
No, you don't owe me street cred. You owe me money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
He points to the red ledger on the counter. Yeah, dude, I'm laughing my ass off, man. The some of this, every line certainly is exactly, yes. I had the one with the cigarette just before this. It just made me laugh so much, man. Exactly is what do I owe this place for?
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages.
That smoke scene or cigarette scene was absolutely phenomenal.
Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
What exactly
What
is?
are you, a philosopher?
Actually, so I have to remember even the most basic concept of reality.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
What if I don't think I have any... Interesting.
Are you serious? From your work? I don't know. You can take bribes, I guess. I'm sorry. I don't think cops can take bribes.
Oh, man.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
And is that serious? Why do I need it?
For survival, to pay me. Unless you want to become a hobo. Do you want to become a hobo? There's nowhere else to stay in Martinez, and it's a cold spring outside. Money doesn't make you happy, but it lets you be unhappy for a while longer. If you run out of money, you die. It's like that for all of us. Me too. That's why I need you to pay me. I'm not an asshole.
He's gonna say smokes to himself. Well, what if I don't have it?
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber. That's Cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
You can't arrest me. I haven't done anything.
The words leave your mouth as if walking up the stairs. Everything is going fine until you reach the end and take one step too many.
I effing well can.
Oh, so apparently I'm a bitch now. Okay, I'll be the bitch, and you'll be the broke cop who owes me money. And no one will arrest anyone because that's insane. How's that?
Sir, leash in your tongue.
The lieutenant's voice is controlled yet threatening, like it's coming from a different person. Detective, no.
The words nail the cafeteria manager to his place. Unmoving, he stares down at the counter with his cheeks reddish.
Officer, you need to contact your station. Ask your people for assistance with the money you owe this place. There is a shortwave radio in my car. When you get the time, use it. We need to get this investigation started now.
I'm sorry, but I can't let him stay here if he doesn't pay. He's 3 days on the slip. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, he'll have to work this from home.
Oh my lord.
You can look, but the union squeezed most people out of business to fund the strike. So, I don't know, your best shot is just going home.
Dude.
Okay. Let's go. Goodbye, sir.
Good luck.
Oh my man.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
I don't know, near south.
You don't really know, do you?
I don't.
South, maybe. Doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Hobo. Jeez. Holy smoke. The way back sound to the exact street, except I'm on the building.
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Man, the choices they give you, it's absolutely phenomenal, man.
Hello, sweetie.
Turns to you with a smile.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Oh, sweet.
Why, you are, officer.
I'm no sweetie.
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
That's only brought me suffering.
Love can be cruel, sweetie. Love can be cruel.
Your expression turns serious.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
She slaps herself on the forehead.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glass as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
But I don't know what I'm doing. I Would you like to roll?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchair partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers. Let's just see. Lyrics in a song. Let's just pick the first option.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
There's also side mystery into the paranatural.
I can assure you with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
Why, 3 heads are better than 2.
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. Perhaps another time.
You seem to be in a chair.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
A grenade, did you?
No, dear. I'm not quite that old. Although I was injured in the line of duty.
Were you a mountaineer?
Nothing so glamorous, dear. Though when I was young, I dreamt of planting the Revacholian flag on some figurative peak.
What did you do
I
then?
was a training and development manager at a rapidly expanding mail-order shoe company. You'd think it would be a safe job, but I had to be everywhere, and, well, once I happened to be under some faulty scaffolding. I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated exceptionally well. One can only dream of such payoffs nowadays.
She runs her hands over the chrome wheels of her chair. So, if you're still here, the buggy, did you finish the game? Several times? One time? What did you think of it? We said you did love the game. Top notch list of games to play. Mention. Let's move on.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
There is no bitterness in her voice. She accepted the curiosity her condition inspires a long time ago.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
Her eyes follow your movement, something concerning your friend played, you played together, so, oh, you're doing your own, nice, nice. Enjoy, man. I forgot that. I hope you're right. I hope it's not. It's nothing out of proportion. I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
We're in Ravishol.
That's right. In a hostel called the Whirling in Rags, to be precise.
I don't know.
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I.
Well, that's good to hear, man. Again, my friend recommended this. He usually comes by as well sometimes, Aeodis. And like I said, Control Ultimate Edition and this one was in the same Steam deal, and I bought them. I played Control, never played this, and I've been running through some games streaming. And I thought, I finished Armored Core 6, and I thought, maybe it's time to play this one. Why not? And then I started, and then instantly, the writing, boom, man, it just instantly got me hooked. I'm actually really enjoying it, even though I'm just, 50 minutes in?
I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost. Good rec. This one is crazy fun. It seems insanely fun.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
It's the spring of 50.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Yeah, the voice acting is the main guy, the one in your head. That one is absolutely phenomenal.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you then, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
This guy's voice is so good. And indeed, we got a pen. Not sure for what, but
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
fierce warriors, civilization, machines determine the freest market. Radios are being used to control people in this store outside reality. Foreigners and women. Cop, we are living under the cop regime. Fierce warriors. No. I'm just gonna do this one.
Actually, we are not. You could say that about almost any other nation, but not Revachol. Try it one more time, officer. What mode of
It
government?
is.
Damn it. I was really hoping it would be a cop world. Okay, well, let's see.
That voice is so good. Well, some kind of democracy, I'd say, or dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not.
Oh, sweetie. It's really not. There used to be people who thought that way. Other people who wanted those things, but they all went extinct. Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly no dictatorship of the proletariat.
But they still have cops.
If there's no go, how come there are...
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution.
Okay.
But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
Well, you were doing a pretty good job of it so far.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
Jeez. Cop not knowing why he's a cop.
You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality in a word. It's very odd.
Sorry, I've been here. How's it going? Yeah, it's been going great. How have you been? I mean, I realize you wish you stopped playing games, so maybe you also stop watching games. It's fine. How have you been? How's the schoolwork coming along?
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
Good, man, good.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
Your power was out. What did you do in the meantime?
She means this sincerely. Worrying won't do you any good.
What is the revolution you mentioned?
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
Sleep, eh? Did you get enough rest, or just sleep? What does it have to do with there not being any cops?
It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better.
I'm just a poor woman, she thinks. What do I know of these things? And how can I help you?
That's a good question. I think I'm a detective or a cop, but it feels like a role-playing, like a D&D type of storytelling. Dice rolls, choices of this, and a lot of story. But the writing, dude, it's phenomenal.
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
Turns to Lieutenant.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
Sweetie needs money. Do sweeties get money?
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
If she could, this woman would feed and clothe you and every other sad, lost person on this earth.
What is a paycheck?
You must be joking. Although our pay does sometimes feel like a joke.
It's not easy to assert your right to a decent living wage when you don't have a strong union behind you. Maybe you should talk to Everard, the union leader.
Interesting idea. This Everard sounds powerful. Maybe you can wrangle some coins out of his pocket.
Tug on her heartstrings.
Your deportment remains dignified as you shed a single manly tear.
It is even asked us if anybody I'm at the end of my rope. Any money you have could help me.
Sweetie, I only have a few cents on me, but I could give you this to pawn. Just I tied you over.
She unfastens a gold commemorative pin from her left jacket pocket and drops it into your palm.
Wonderful. He has a pin.
I don't have the game. I mean, you have it. You should probably play it and stream it for us.
The pin is round and slightly tarnished. 3 sailboats in bas relief with the sun hovering over the water behind them. A chipped green banner at the bottom reads, San Baptiste, Summer 31, Dinghy Races.
You continued it again. Where can I pawn?
It's easy. You bring a valuable item to a pawnbroker, who then gives you money for it. You can get it back later for a slightly larger sum if it hasn't been sold, but you never end up doing that anyway.
Oh, that's good to hear, man. As long as you're enjoying it, and as long as it's confusing. Good, so you're back to gaming again. Awesome, man.
Cross the plaza and follow the road along the coast. Down by the water, there'll be a shack nestled against an old stone facade. That's the pawn shop. An old friend of my husband's goes there often. He says the owner is quite helpful.
I mean, it's just pure randomness if you can win or not, right? It's just a dice roll. And besides, you can just play the game again and again and again. I mean, I've heard that you can do every single time something different. There's no one way of playing the game.
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory under the Items tab. You can pawn these items when talking to Roy.
Roy, this will help me out, Lena.
You're quite welcome, dear.
She smiles up at you.
I hope you're able to pawn that old trinket.
I said not to pawn it, you should have it back. Huh.
Of course, dear. I just wish I could have done more.
Maybe give it back later or something.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
She gives you a small wave. That's a lot of dialogue.
Yes?
Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know?
I can't remember a single thing.
Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit.
I know literally nothing about it, only what you told me before.
Do you want me to brief you?
Brief? Yes, that sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Wait, does the briefing say who the victim was?
A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
Why didn't we know anything about the caller?
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Why hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Hold on, and the RCM is...
That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
Yes, let me just make this perfectly clear. Our job here is to find the killer.
That's right.
Well, can you go over the preliminary info again?
You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again?
No.
There's no reason to wing anything. If you didn't get the brief, that's okay. I did. 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was found. During that time, the victim had been stripped. Okay then. Was there anything else you wanted to know?
Ooh, murder mystery.
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
Okay, so the case probably isn't mysterious, but could it be... What?
There was some interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in mind. You seem to wish there was
Are you sure there was not some angles that we should be considering?
Good point. Martinez is famed for its occult sex murder rites. We'll get on it immediately.
The wary tone is the surest indicator that the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
Actually, it does have to be murder. This is a murder investigation, but we digress.
The
It
choice.
can still be an otherworldly sex mystery in your head, with a dark twist even.
Oh my lord.
He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some lurid twist. Don't get right into it. Sit on it a bit, then hit him with it.
Dude, the writing, man.
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
A pissing confident. Challenge accepted.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
What do you mean?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
Retrograde amnesia. I don't remember being in on anything.
That's good.
Yeah, retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Cop off?
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
You should tell me now. This seems relevant.
Later. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
I have all I need
Good.
for now. I think you should know that I can't remember anything.
No response. He just arches his brow.
I must repeat this. I don't remember anything. There was a heavy drinking involved.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Buddy, where I can help. What's wrong with personal affairs?
Not a fan. It's just the nature of lieutenancy.
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs. Even you know this.
So what should I concentrate on?
Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracles.
But I'm completely lacking on basic information about even this organization we're in.
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation.
I'm afraid this is a medical situation.
Really? You look fine to me.
I'm talking serious, unbelievable damage here. I saw myself in the mirror and had no idea who I
This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer.
It's not psychological. Some sort of major brain damage has occurred on unprecedented scale.
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's lazaret. Was there anything else you wanted?
We'll talk about you.
Me?
Yes.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
We'll work better together if we have more rapport.
That's a fair point. Alright, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
Dude, this goes far, man.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
I guess you don't need glasses, then.
You don't like other people around here.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul, so was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic. It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity, and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
You're making it sound uninteresting. I still want to know more about
You're
Seoul.
barking at the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholier.
Speak of the devil, the one who recommended the game.
He's glad to have shut down your question.
Tell me a secret
No.
about yourself.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. The eyebrow is exercising psionic control over you.
What's happening to me? Give up, there's nothing you can...
Something the matter, detective?
This guy's got authority off the charts. With just the flick of his eyebrow, he's able to make you his thrall.
So what can I do about it?
Nothing. You better hope he doesn't abuse his authority. There's a lot of it.
Silently scream for
If
help.
the lieutenant were an evil man, who knows what sort of havoc he could wreak. Fortunately, he is a committed officer of the RCM. He'll only use his powers for the good of the investigation.
Yeah, true. Posing.
The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic. But this isn't an old school case.
You're one of those old school detectives, so how do you know you know? So you're saying your brain never chimes in with advice or warnings or anything?
So what? That makes you the new school? God spare us. For real detective work, nothing beats a good notebook by your side.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. That's where his conversations with himself take place. We all have our different mediums. His is written. You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special.
That's all for now.
Good. Let's change the subject.
You see the...
Excuse me?
Beat it. You're grabbing this.
Detective, if I may be frank, you seem to be in a deranged state. You have trouble remembering things. You've misplaced your badge. I cannot let you act in the name of the RCM without supervision until you've regained control of your faculties.
I'm a bounce. I hope you enjoy the game. Enjoy Amnesia. Thank you, man. Thanks for dropping by. You have a good day. Enjoy the game as well.
Oh, so you're an unaccountable wreck who has to be supervised. You don't have to take this display of authority. You can disobey.
Some you time? This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery. You'll still have your evenings to yourself.
Okay, I'll leave the self-care for non-work hours.
Please do. We wouldn't want your regiment to spill over into the investigation. Excuse me?
Beat it.
Frankly, Detective, you are in a deranged state. I can't let you proceed without close supervision. In fact, under normal circumstances, I'd be duty-bound to report you. Take it as a token of good faith between our precincts that I haven't done so.
The lieutenant thinks you're some unaccountable wreck who needs constant supervision. But you don't have to listen to him. You're free to disobey.
You don't need to supervise
Except
me.
that I do, Detective.
I know what the RC...
That's good.
Okay.
Some you time? This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery. You'll still have your evenings to yourself.
On second thought...
Who might? It's important not to let one style interfere with their work.
Nothing leave, finally. Actually, maybe talk to the lady upstairs. Maybe she's done with the shower. Holy smokes, man, it's a lot of detail for just a little bit that I've been playing.
The door is closed. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. He doesn't like where this is going. Still nothing. The lieutenant, he doesn't like where this is.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Can I look at your broken down bathroom door?
This fan has two chain, or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel it. The switch must be broken because nothing happens. The lights are off again.
Okay. The Jackal is real good to see, by the way. Start watching today. What is a Jackal? Real life? I just finished Blue Lock also today, or yesterday actually, I should say.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Hour. Day of the Jackal. Okay.
Sweet Lord, a whole hour. And you haven't thought about rum and lemonade in all that time? You've truly extinguished all trace of yourself.
Day of the Jackal. Thriller. Okay, I'll give it a look-see. Persisted about all this time. I do need a rum and lemonade. Left for cards.
Forget about the bar. Or don't forget about it. You should totally try to get a drink there too. But first, you should lick that stain off the counter. Yeah, man. Let's get wild. Lick it. Calmly, the lieutenant lieutenant looks out of the window, then to you, licking the tasty rum stain off the counter, but only a little, then out of the window again.
What are you doing?
He asked without turning his eyes from the street outside. I'm investigating.
We should move.
A real drink would go well with those cigarettes you're looking for. That's a great combination.
Oh man, the writing is phenomenal in this game, man. Heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow. The street sign says F the police.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
I have some questions.
Of course. What can I help you with?
What is this? F the police.
Excuse me?
She doesn't understand.
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning.
It got 4 awards. Ah, okay. Street sign says.
Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
It's alright, I didn't mean to startle you.
Okay. Since the street sign's messed up? Okay. What do you need?
I'm looking for a dead body.
Oh, that's right there, in the yard.
She's relieved someone has come for it. Finally.
What do you mean?
I'm disorientated. I don't know where I am.
Yes, sir. District of Martinez. This intersection is called Roundabout North.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
The lieutenant seems uncomfortable with the level of disorientation you are displaying. What is up in the north?
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really. The harbor gates, some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too. Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably. Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago.
Also, there was something I read about this game from the developers and the publishers or something. When I was looking on Steam again for this game, on the store page, the reviews, something about the publisher screwed over the developers or something? Do you know anything about that?
It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet.
8 writers.
There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach.
Thanks.
No problem.
Brushing a fleck of soil off her cheek. Why are you
Me? I am just a gardener.
Okay, I think something about the publishers screwed them over or something. Yeah, what's up? And you should not buy this game anymore. I think you're a detective, but then it's in the style of D&D, I think. Like lots of choices, dice rolls, lots of dialogue. Very, very fun. Interesting writing, man. Really good writing.
I'm working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
Again, Eodis recommended to me a long time ago, but I never got to it until, well, today.
There's discomfort. She stops mid-sentence.
But...
Well, as you already know, there's a corpse there, hanging from a tree. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. We can get to work soon.
Mm-hmm. Of course. I won't hold you back.
She wipes her brow with the canary yellow gloves.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
One more thing, can I borrow your gloves?
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Thank you. Leave. pigs go home, the street name is illegible. But also you could pick them up if you had a bag. Rue de Saint Ghislaine, 8B.
This Post Lavantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
The choices, man.
The box seems happy. Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
Dude. Mail collection shit, man.
The mailbox does not know how to man up. It is an inanimate object. There is a hollow, saddened ring as you kick the Levantorie mail collection box. It sounds betrayed, in disbelief even. Your toe has suffered damage. It hurts.
Cool. You really showed that mail collection box.
Okay, Robbie, you think so? You think it was so?
I don't. Let's go.
He must see the box as the weaker of the two, and you as a bully. Something he doesn't stand for.
Just some amazing dialogue once in a while. Man, this is just insane. As a rose, a pistol, half-naked theme on its cover. On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. This is a book about pate. This book you don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. A book about Bowaidero culture, promotes freedom of roaming upstream. A book about the future, the government reads your mind using radio technology. All intractable to Cape Side, Martinez Pier, to roundabout north. Yeah, reach broken window. Tips has windows. If you had a bag in your head, collect these bottles and sell them.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary.
Man, so much. Okay. Well, let's go to the... There's so many places to go, so many people to talk to. Ooh, what's this? Go to distant scrolls of seabirds, take all. Yellow plastic. Oh! I'm the job for every man. Well, let's go collect. Can I take these? Or nope. I have seen it. I have seen God of War. Showing up inoperable. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, I've seen it. It's really, really good, but not my kind of game. Splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. With those games, I prefer Devil May Cry, which I have played. I think every single one of them. God of War, I've played one a bit, I think. Well, how do I activate? Ah, the spirit chirps and clicks. You might stand a chance this time. Tearless tracks leading onto the roof. The slush and rain has almost washed them off. You mentioned that. It's very similar to GOW. An ancient mountain has pumped water where there's a tree in it. Like those games like God of War, I rather just watch instead of playing it. But Devil May Cry, I like to play it myself because of Dante. A sewer to the river. Filth. Is Skyrim Black Myth? Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. Water lockout or until Wednesday. I mean, you can of course increase the difficulty with the other games as well, with GOW or with Devil May Cry, but it's just the difficulty is just boring. The different settings, some great titanic forces crack the pavement. Is this the car? To be fair, new God of War games is more a movie anyway. True, yeah. Also very correct. This is the car, right?
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something.
Yeah, it is more of a movie based than even when you're walking, they're always talking in between combat, like on the boat or with the wolves and the sled. Like it's all part of basically cutscenes or movie like the conversations they're having. And very little gameplay, like actual fighting and whatnot. While looking at the first three, it's like constant combat everywhere. But again, the story of those games is very different, right? The whole setting. In the first one, it's like pure revenge against everybody. In this one, it's more of a calm-based Kratos. I think maybe that's also what they were going for. A bit more chill out.
The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
Yeah, one's in Greek and the other is Norse. Exactly.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Command Delta 10, this is Firewalker, copy.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
You could swear she was friendlier with the lieutenant. I need to connect with your civilian, Sylvie. I have something I need to report.
Just a second, officer.
After all, you hear an old man greet you on radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard.
I disagree, my boy. Yeah, that's fine. Just my experience, still a very good game. Just very... No, it's correct. It's more cinematic than actual fighting, which is not a bad thing. It's just the way the game works. Instead of the endless enemies that the game throws at you, it just picks out specific points to throw enemies at you.
10-4, what's your status? Over.
My status,
10-18, 10-20, over.
Please just arguing with me, these numbers mean nothing.
State your message, sir. Over.
I need to report my badge missing.
10-9, repeat message. Over.
My badge I can find anywhere, basically it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Hey, who is this?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over.
The other one. No, again, it's not a bad thing. It's just I mean, they can't just have endless battles over and over again. It would be boring as well. This is more about the development of Kratos' character, right? The growth that him and Atreus are going through the journey. Not so much about the revenge. And I think they implemented that into the game very, very well.
You mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
You're from New Era, younger. We had the old God of War. We grew up with that. Both are very good. Yes. Indeed.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Vitmar, sir. Over.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
Man in the background sounds like he's losing his patience.
Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think? It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Of course, understandable.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Like can't we just move on? I want to get it reported. Tell them to stop. This is serious.
He's asking you to stop. Says this is serious.
Why do you prefer the old one? Not, no judgment, just what's the preference to that one and considered compared to this one, the new one?
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Vitmar concurs. Losing your badge is serious. Over.
Haha, officer's lost his badge, haha. Like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge. Well, that's well. The story is about Kratos in the first three. The second one is about Atreus.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
So maybe that's why. Like the, I mean, development-wise, character-wise, Kratos in the first one, like zero character development. It's just pure rage and pure anger. But in this one, the story is, yeah, what's up? How's it going? No, don't say that about Atreus. No, but it's about. I don't give a. No, but it is his story, right? That's the whole point. It's just it's the same as with Pokemon. The first series is about Ash, but the other ones are about the other characters, like May. But then Ash is just follow along because he's the most well-known Pokemon character. For example, yeah, don't you know what's about Kratos becoming the God of War? We know the story. It's just that in the new ones, the 2018 and the Ragnarok, it's about Atreus, his journey, and Kratos is just following along. You play from his point of view, looking at his story, because it's all about Atreus and his growth. And of course Kratos' growth as well, but mostly it's about Atreus, because he's the giant that has to save everything, right?
Oh goddamn it! Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Unless I'm totally mistaken, but that's what I've got from the game at least. No, I don't. No, I'm not saying the missions or anything. I'm just saying the story-wise, it's more about Atreus than about Kratos. No, that's fair. That's fair. But all I'm saying is like I'm not saying what the game or gameplay or whatever. I'm just saying story-wise, it was mostly about Atreus and just Kratos guiding and playing, basically guiding Atreus and just being a good example. But the story was about Atreus, not Kratos.
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Because it was Atreus' job as a giant to go to the, you know, gameplay better, older one, story huge better one. It's just everyone has their opinion. No, of course, but I'm not saying any story is better than the other one. They're all really they're both good. They just have different stories to tell per character, right? In the first one, well, he became the god of war, but at the cost of losing his family that he himself ended. Well, and then it's pure rage. Well, he set the entire thing free at the end of the third game, and now he's in a new area, and he's calmed down thanks to his wife, and then. Getting another son, Atreus, it's his story now, and we just follow it through the eyes of Kratos. And he is just wise. He's just wiser now, more relaxed, and he knows how to actually properly handle, I think, for the most part. But it is Atreus' story. That's all I'm saying. Because Kratos' story was the first three games. The second ones is Atreus' story, and Kratos just follows along.
Mullen dicked us.
That's okay. Captain, I want to get this report and then we're done with
Then
it.
for, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
Again, I could be completely wrong, but that's just what I interpreted from seeing the entire game and looking at it from just as a point of view. Kratos does most of the work, the heavy lifting, but it is mostly about Atreus, because his heritage and his story it's especially apparent in part 2, since he is basically the driving factor. It's also, but Arthur could take Kratos with the help of John, definitely. It's also Kratos reflecting. That's also true. Yeah. Again, he's now a properly adult man, an old man with wise things to say, actually, and helping his son make better choices. Right? Batman with enough prep time. That's also true. I mean, if you can beat Superman, I'm pretty sure that's no. No way.
What's going on?
Take Kratos.
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Joe, please just saying lost his badge.
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
The room with the internet light erupts in volcanic laughter.
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
Oh man. Enough with this now, I have other things to discuss.
9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
No, but didn't you get that when playing God of War? It's not really Kratos' story, since he's not part of this world anymore. He's basically an outsider coming to Norse mythology, right? It's just Kratos, it's just Atreus' story, and then Kratos just guides him, goes along with him. And like I said in part 2, it's very apparent that Atreus is the driving factor for the story, since he's the one that goes to Asgard, comes back, finds all the story things, and Kratos is just there to protect him, basically. He's more of a guardian than the story driver, basically.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, in the second one, it's very apparent that it's Atreus, but in the first one, it could be either one. But mostly, it's still Atreus. It's just in the second one, it's just very obvious. It's about Atreus more. Well, that would be cool if they actually did branch it out, or skip Atreus entirely, or skip Kratos entirely. Just do one of them, and not both, since Atreus is now going to, well, fight other giants, right? They set it up for Atreus to have his own game and Kratos to still have work to do and go to other mythologies or stay and work with Freya. True, exactly. They did the same with Bayonetta as well. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. Like in part 3, they also did the exact same thing. And they ended it pretty obviously that, well, no longer Bayonetta, but, you know.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
Oh god, it's...
Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
10-9, coming officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Drama, medium 11, because that you didn't lose your gun. I'm off to sleep. Enjoy the game. Good night. Thanks for your time, man, and also for the conversation. You have a good night.
Lying over the phone, it's easy. Just say it like it's the truth, and then it becomes it.
No, of course I didn't lose my gun. Sounds like it's Elba.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance. Over. Ben-4, I know I already wrote it in a report, but it will stay on my desk for a few days. Over. Ben-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
Please come back. I don't even have a place to sleep tonight.
He says he's in trouble. Doesn't have a place to sleep.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before sundown then.
Vigmar said...
Enough, officer. This begging is below your dignity.
Okay.
Anything else, sir? Over.
There's person I'd like to discuss.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
What's there to think about?
You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Please refer to me with my full name in the future.
10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
Say my name.
Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner. Over.
Please just say my name, Jules.
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new. Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Dude. Oh.
That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over.
Oh my lord.
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
I'm looking for my address. I don't know where I live.
10-4. Your address?
Hold up, Jules. He doesn't fucking know where he lives? Did I hear that right?
Seems like it, sir.
No, fuck him. Don't tell him anything. You understand? Been hellbound for the gutter. Let him have it.
Sorry, sir. Anything more I can do for you? Over.
And this is what I am.
10. Excuse me, sir. Over.
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
Come again, sir. I didn't get that. 10-9. Over.
Have I ever told you about my life before the RCM?
10-4. Well, that's,
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work?
He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCN.
For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman for a change.
Sir, Satellite Officer Vicmar says...
I heard him.
So, was there anything else?
Yeah, let's wrap this.
Understood, sir. Over.
Look at myself and end the call.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
And everything is sound in a cabin.
18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered around Communication Officer Jules Oldboy Pidier, around a dozen cops. The small room is filled with cigarette smoke, abuzz with laughter, when Officer Judith Minot enters. Her left arm is in bandages, and her hair trimmed short.
What is going on here? Did something happen?
She acts startled. Jean Vicmar turns to her and says,
What happened is my partner made contact. It's not good. He's lost his badge and his sidearm. He seemed confused, delirious even.
He stops, I think.
Mac, the torso Torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner, Chester McLean, near the entrance.
Dude.
Yeah, Mullen was fucked, all right. Sounded fucking drunk to me.
Yeah, Mac's right. This was some gnarly shit there. I mean, before he started begging for money, it was...
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us, goddamn this.
We must help him.
Emil looks down at her neatly polished black shoes. There is a quiet firmness to her voice when she speaks.
Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice? He's a lost man.
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He wouldn't.
The crowd in the room has started fidgeting uncomfortably. Someone's trying to slip out unnoticed.
Mac, man the door. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his words.
He sighs heavily and turns to address the room.
This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain. Or anyone else. We'll give him a couple of days to pull his shit together.
I guess I can hold off the report for a few days.
Old boy lights another cigarette.
Good. Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call here. We all got our laughs. Now get back to work.
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage.
Pull out the
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue. Blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
Run your fingers over one of the steering levers.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
Tap on the fuel preheater gauge.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation. We're not going anywhere right now. Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
Okay, what are we looking at? What is
This is the Cupri's Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
He nods at the cabin.
Motor carriage, motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat.
This is when you arrived in Martinez.
Yes, sorry about that. The Cupri's Kinema does have a rather distinctive engine sound.
He says it with very badly concealed pride. Nothing, nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please proceed with the carefree lollygagging.
Can we turn around and try
No,
somewhere?
I'm afraid not. We have a murder case on our hands, remember?
Do all policemen have such cool motor
The
carriages?
Cupri's Motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Camden gift card. Camden card.
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a lot of time has passed.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
Female voice greets you through static. It sounds like she's a million miles away from you. I believe this is... I asked a question about your last days at work.
All right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again. There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Get away from whom?
You know whom.
You think you hear a sliver of accusation in her words. Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else, not you.
No.
I really don't want to talk about this. Let's just forget about this, okay?
You ever come...
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now. No, not me.
Then a court will bother you.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the court.
What does this union have to do with anything?
No one calls the police. The union would get angry. You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Garbage.
Wait. It's my
Mm-hmm.
4 weeks out of calling us.
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Oh.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways. No, don't push her. It sounds as if she's about to cry.
The other people who live around here. Local people. I didn't want trouble.
Her voice is resigned and weak.
What trouble?
You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the Union, internally. Please, I just didn't want any trouble. You do? Oh. What else can I do for you?
Do you know who made the call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Okay, next question.
Yeah, go on. Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
That badge is missing.
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is. There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried in them as well. Others do it more casually. Looks like you're one of them.
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun detective.
Not sure.
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and...
Not sure she should continue.
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Holy smokes.
Some poor sod was trying to eat his pudding while you were screaming, spit flying, imitating the mercy shot right next to him. Spat some in his food. I don't think he touched it after.
Okay. Let me look at this. I would love to get on now. Yes.
Me neither. No, please, no more suicide threats. Thank God you don't have that stupid gun anymore.
There are way more inventive ways than a gun to leave this world. There is silence on the other end of the line.
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns.
Yo.
It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask.
Have you seen my police?
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on, the disco things. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags, when she was still working there.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit. The stuffed bird, the great skua, you threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
Bitch.
Yes, well...
It just doesn't happen. It was the one.
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place.
Holy s...
I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
Go on. I want to know what I did.
Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now.
Hold on, which song?
We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody.
Jesus, sorry.
To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about how you're a piece of shit human being, and why does anyone even let you work as a policeman? That you'd fire yourself, but you can't even do that. And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself.
Wait, police documents?
The ones I had to wrench out of your toilet.
What happened to them?
Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do.
Resentment gives way to concern in her voice.
Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away.
Okay, Garrett, I wasn't a very good tenant.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst. God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
Besides that, I'm looking for... What?
All sorts of things. From disco, rock too. So much disco and rock.
Maybe help me find this one particular
Which
song.
one would that be?
One that was really sad.
Sad? I think the one you mean is the smallest church in Saint-Saëns. Richard, that right up.
Her voice carries a tone of disappointment.
Interesting. You still have to find it, however.
Right, thank you for talking with me. Take care.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? It will take just a moment, officer.
Her voices fade out into the familiar radio static.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Oh, it's you. Firewalker? Oh, yes, you are. Just don't breathe in the general direction of your fire feet. Actually, wait. Do exactly that. Put yourself out of your misery. Take a deep, diaphragmatic breath in and... I'm the most serious person at the station, detective. Now, do you have any current, pressing medical problems? Hard to tell exactly what it was over the phone. Could be a combination of peripheral neuralgia and high blood pressure. Could be that you were having a heart attack. Or, actually, it could be both, given your profile.
That sounds bad.
Yep.
Damaged.
Yes, probably in more ways than one.
You're detecting very little in the way of empathy from Dr. Gottlieb.
Cut down on the drinking, pal. In fact, cut off the drinking. The drugs, too. Anything else?
Oh, but speed. Sweet speed. It goes so well with alcohol, too.
That's because you're hung over. Even the radio waves coming from your direction smell like liquor. Do you feel like your eyes are twitching too? That's the tiny vessels pulsating from high blood pressure, stupid officer. You might be sustaining permanent damage to your vision as we speak. Not much I can do about it. I'm not an eye doctor.
What kind of doctor are you?
The busy kind. It's not life-threatening, just annoying for you. I've got more important things to do here. And you survived it. Congratulations. Are you mobile? Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. Officers your age have coronary trouble all the time. Also, death is a natural part of life. With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised.
There is no surprise in his voice, only careless superiority.
What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side. You've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely.
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you or doesn't care.
Isn't there anything you can do for me?
What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body? Do that. I need to go. Some idiot has glued his eyelids shut with cyanoacrylate. It looks like Mactorson, but it's hard to say because his eyes are swollen.
It's not fucking cryoacrylate. It's super glue, Doc.
Mm-hmm.
Your phone clicks on here.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
Yep. That's a lot of text, man. I think I'm gonna call it here. That's a lot of text. No save. I think I'll just continue tomorrow. Thank you all for watching. I think probably gonna play another game, I think. I just want to thank you all for the time. Hope you all enjoyed what little text there was. It was basically only text based so far. Maybe we'll actually get to do something else next time. Again, thanks for the time. I'll see you later. This was fun. Good night, y'all.